back to another episode of Choppin It Up Raw. I am your host, Abdul the Barber, and today we have a fellow hair person in the building.
Hey.
Please, everybody, give a warm welcome to Miss
Jules.
also known as...
Or Saskia, that works.
Oh.
Or the locticionista.
Locticionista. I'm going to tell you this. When I first seen that, I was like, loctician. I was trying to sound that shit.
I'm
was
surprised
like,
you pronounced it.
Locticionista. And I said it in my mind. I said it to myself so many times. And I was like, nah, that's not right. That's not right. Why am I acting like a, why am I blanking out here? Right? So, but yeah. Welcome to the show. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming all this way, yo.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that, yo. And it's always good to have another person that I can talk hair with.
Yeah.
I don't have, it's in this realm of hair, it's very rare that you meet, it's not so often that you meet somebody that, that you can converse with. It's how can I put it? It's a small community of us, right?
Totally.
If somebody else does hair in Japan, 9 times out of 10, we know who they are, right?
Right.
So, and there's enough to go around for everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
There's enough to go around for everybody. Yeah. So, like I said, I appreciate you coming, and I just wanted to, rap with you, talk to you,
I love that.
and tell me about, because this is our first time meeting, right? Like
it
in
really
person,
is.
right?
Yes.
So I want to know where you from, how'd you end up in Japan? Like,
oh God.
Talk to me about that.
The full backstory.
Yeah.
Oh God, I could ramble on all day.
Come on, let's do it. We got time. We got time today. Cheers. Let's do it. Come on. Shit.
Okay, so again, my name is Jules, and where I'm from Barbados, the heart of the Caribbean.
Let's go.
Got a little spice to it or whatever.
Sprinkle on there. Don't talk your shit. Don't lean too forward that chair, you might fall.
But that's where I'm from, born and raised. And while I was there, I was doing hair. I had locks at that time. So having the locks, and my family has locks, in Barbados. Locks is up here.
Right.
Is respected.
Right.
It is loved. You see it in the community every single way. Your politicians, your typical, layman just walking around.
Right.
Everyone has locks and everyone loves them. So for me, I started styling my own hair. And then I started styling my family's hair. I think everyone kind of starts there when they get an interest in hair. And then it spread into my friends, then into the community, and I'm like, okay, I really do enjoy this. Although that was not how I got to Japan the first time.
How?
Oh man, like most people, work English teacher.
English teacher. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. So for me, I kind of always wanted to come to this side of the world. Although I did go to China a couple of times, I was kind of locked into Japan for a minute, but I didn't know how to get there.
Okay.
Until I opened a newspaper one day and I saw a job opportunity. I'm like, oh, fuck that shit.
Right. Let me jump on it.
Let me just jump on it.
Hell yeah.
And hey, I applied and bada boom, bada bing.
How long have you been here in Japan?
It's been almost 4 years now.
Really?
That shit flew by like nothing.
Quick, right?
Right.
Damn. How come I'm just now finding out you?
The thing is that I was in Miyazaki for 3 years.
Okay.
So I just moved to Tokyo last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
How you like Tokyo?
Oh my, it is 1,000% better than Miyazaki.
Yeah, because that's like the country out there, right? Is it?
Listen, ain't nothing about there but old people.
Yeah.
And rice fields.
Yeah, that's it.
And damn, my mental took a toll while I was over there because of that.
So you were there during COVID, right?
Exactly. I came right before COVID happened, and I'm like, you know what? I didn't know at the time COVID would happen. No one did.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna do any traveling. I'm just gonna save my coins. Save my coins. COVID happened. Ain't shit to spend money on.
Yeah, stack.
Yeah, it was tough.
I hear it. So during COVID, right? What did you, or how did you get through that? I mean, it wasn't, at that time it was, you can't really do much, right? But what couldn't you say got you through that, or was a morale booster for you?
Damn. Honestly, it was hard to find because I think like Tokyo, there's this space where you could be yourself in a way that Miyazaki didn't allow. So I was very much boxed into, especially working in a Japanese company, I was boxed into, you need to be Japanese in order to succeed. And so I was suppressing who I really was and stuff. And that was taking such a toll, where maybe the only thing that was helping me was just as soon as work was finished, turn on my speaker in the car, play that soca music, that Caribbean music, and just blast that shit, and do my little dance.
Oh shit! I'd like to see that.
Right? Stop it. But yeah, that was how I got through it, through music, and crocheting.
Right.
So I do hair and I also crochet. And,
Talk about that to me. Let's hear about. Okay. You're in Tokyo, right?
Yes.
You're doing hair.
Yes.
The hair scene here in Tokyo. Well, let's talk about Japan as a whole, right? How have you tunneled your way through, and how have you, got to where you are now with your clientele, with, your word of mouth? How's that been for you?
Okay, so when I was in Miyazaki, I had created like the business plan and I had the idea ready and everything, and I did execute.
Okay.
But again, like it was just a bunch of old people, Japanese people, so people were few and far between. But where I could find people, I would hop in my car, drive 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever have you, to go and do hair.
Determination.
Exactly. Like that, I don't know, it was just like a passion of mine. And that really helped because like it kind of built, while I did have a portfolio from home, having a portfolio here, I don't know, it elevates it in some way. So that kind of, I don't know, once I came to Tokyo, it didn't really work out over in Miyazaki because there wasn't many people, so I wasn't making much money. It was more so like I was working at a deficit, not making any money at all. I was giving away money. But it was worth it when I came over here and I was like, yeah, I've done it in Miyazaki. Here's people here, like Japanese people or black people or whatever have you. And people were like, okay, this shit look good. Yeah. So I don't know what compelled me to start in Tokyo because I did move over here and was teaching again. But I was like, maybe it's just, I love hair. I love to be artistic, and hair is art.
Yeah.
Right, you would understand that, right? That just compelled me to try, and it was up from there. There's a big community here. A lot of people with locks and stuff. You got the military bases. You got the people like me doing teaching English. These people that don't have someone to help them with their hair, especially here in Japan, it's really hard to find resources.
Yeah, it is. When I tell you firsthand, when I find a person that, I get the military base is right down the street, right? But like when I get a client that's like, they really need their haircut.
Yeah.
It's like they don't veer away, right? They stay.
Yeah.
For a very long time. And I have clients that's been loyal to me like forever, and first and foremost, let me shout out, I have somebody, this girl has been with me for a minute. Ashley, I want to shout her out because she's been, for a while she was gone with, she's in the Navy, but she was gone for a while, but she's been a loyal customer for a while, and I just want to shout out to her. She's here in the building. Y'all just can't see her, but shout out to Ashley. But like clients like that, right? When they find, when they find their hairstylist, loctician is, or hairdresser or barber.
Yeah.
We just don't jump from place to place, right?
Not.
They stick to where they are, right?
Right.
So that's one thing here in Japan, especially.
Yes.
You know,
100%.
especially because it's hard to get your hair done, a haircut here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, and there's nothing. You know, I'm not no means bashing the bases or anything like that, but like me being here and people, you know, that's doing hair, we offer more than what the base can offer.
Right.
There's more stuff that we can, you know, we can do. We have the facilities to do that.
Right.
And, you know.
100%.
So.
I think too, like, as someone who does hair and like, we're foreign, we're black.
Right.
We don't just offer a hair service, but we offer
way more. I've been called a therapist in many times.
Yes.
Let me tell you this story. So before all of this, this is my second shop actually. Before that, I was mobile. I had a small scooter. I would ride around to people's houses and cut their hair.
Yeah.
This is when I first get started.
Yeah.
I built relationships with some of my clients to the point to where these people, I was pretty much part of their family. I was like their brother or their sister. These people invited me. I've had people invite me to their summer trips, their family trips. I've sat at people's dinner tables, you know what I mean? Like, I'm over here to cut these folks' hair, but like, I've done it so much and I'm so much, you know, it's like they incorporate me into their family, right? Because I'm like the guy that comes over to cut these folks' hair every week or every 2 weeks, right? And that felt so good to me. Yeah. Like I was like, dang, these people really like bringing me into their home and doing this, right? So I think it's more than doing hair.
It's like a soul.
Yeah, like so there's a thing where us as you know, hair connoisseurs, I like to put it.
I love that.
We touching another person's head. There's a transfer of energy with that, right? There's a transfer of, you know.
Yes.
So it's like not only that we just doing their hair, it's more of like we transfer and we exchanging energy with each other, right?
Yeah.
So with that, I think there's a big thing with that, right? And I think we just more than just, you know, that. We're therapists, we're friends.
Absolutely.
Man, the list goes on, right?
Right.
The list goes on.
We wear many hats.
Right.
And for me, and it sounds like for you too, is like, it just feels so nice to be that many things for people.
Right.
You know?
I love helping people. I love it.
Yeah.
And I had a interview earlier, and I was talking to a guy, and I was telling him, like, you know, I don't do this. Of course, we got to get paid, but like, I do this because I love it. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not out here just so money hungry and trying to, you know, grab all the, nah. The grind is for the grind. It's for the love of what I do. Right. You know what I mean? Like, if I can stay in here 24 hours and cut hair, I would do it. Yeah, of course, I need my time, but still, like, I love what I do. I love picking up them clippers. I love picking up these clippers and doing what I do every day. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is love to me.
Yeah.
So, it's just, I wouldn't change it for the world. Absolutely. I wouldn't go back. If I can go back in time, I wouldn't change nothing about, you know, me picking up them clippers for the first time. Yeah. And shaving my uncle's head and messing it up so bad. I don't know how old I was. He was like, my Uncle Michael, man, this guy is crazy. He was like, Junior, that's what they call me at home. Junior, I need you to cut my hair, man. It ain't that much. He was already going bald. So he was like, just take these clippers and just go back with it. We were outside. I was a kid. We was outside. He was sitting on a milk crate, and I just took a pair of clippers, and I was just going, and it was all bad. It was patchy. I probably was like 11 years old or something like that, you know, but.
Shout out to that uncle.
Yeah.
He started that journey for you.
Yeah. Shout out to Uncle Michael, man. I don't know. He probably won't see this, but yeah. Matter of fact, I'll make sure he see this.
Please.
I'm going to send it to him when this shit come out. But yeah, so I think you know, we more than that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got to keep that going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, part of what you said just now, where you start off not being good, I feel like a lot of people do get stuck with that. Like when they trying to, you know, chase their dreams or whatever, they think that they need to start off like super
You
amazing.
don't. That shit ain't overnight, yo.
Nah, like to this day, we still learning, right?
Right. I'm still learning. Yeah, I'm still learning. I'm still learning.
Yeah. So I think it's important for people to understand, like, when it comes to your dreams and stuff, don't wait for this magical moment. Just start that shit, even if it's
just
bad.
do it. You gotta start somewhere.
You
gotta start somewhere. Listen. I've been snowboarding for about almost 10 years now.
Really?
When I first started, I didn't think I was supposed to be out there, yo.
Yeah.
I was like, man, what the fuck I'm doing? I'm about to die out here. But I kept going. I kept going.
Yeah.
And now I'm at a point to where I'm zooming. I'm jumping off stuff like I'm doing it, right? And not too many people, you know, they say, oh, yeah, black people don't do that. Shit, I do it. Damn that.
Right.
And that's why I wanna break the norm of, you know, that, right?
Yeah.
I'm learning how to paddleboard. This summer I'm gonna get a paddleboard. I'm gonna learn how to do that shit. So, you know, the sky's actually, I don't even like to say that. The sky isn't the limit because you can go above that with anything you do. And I done said this. I always preach this. Anything you want to do, you say it. Affirmations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You believe it. You act as though that you already have it, and it's gonna come to you.
It's gonna come to you.
That's why, you know, you have to be careful what you say too, as well, right? You know what I mean? You don't want to bring anything negative into you because the universe hears that.
For sure, I 100% believe that, especially on this here journey of mine. Like, positivity is so important, and I really noticed that, like, when you're negative, as you said, you bring negative energy towards you, right? When you're positive, people feed off of that. People love that, and they pour into that. Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing. Right. I totally agree with you.
I love it. I love it. But I digress. Let me digress. So, got this this juice right here.
Ooh, juice.
This juice.
Juicy.
Anyway, so this is Pro Shield. So Pro Shield, shout out to Pro Shield. Pro Shield is your #1 shea glaze, body, hair, the whole nine, right? You can oil yourself, the whole,
Could I try some?
Yeah, I got you. So this stuff, I made this. You don't need that much, just a little bit.
Just a little.
And a little bit go a long way, I promise you.
Ooh.
So this stuff I came up with a while ago, and I was having troubles with my skin. It was just super dry, and lotion wouldn't work. I was trying all these things, it just wouldn't work. So I was like, man, I'll make my own stuff. I came up with it, and this is the end product, and it's been like great ever since, right?
I'm not gonna hold you. My hands was pretty ashy before you used it. They feeling really nice.
Listen, you don't listen. That stuff will get you right. I'm telling you, yo.
Ooh,
I'm telling you. I use it every day. I use it every single day.
You said in your
hair too. I think I didn't use it today, but I forgot. I'm a little ashy. I might need to put
Let me not look at on the ankle.
Camera. Hopefully the camera don't get that. But yeah. Anyway.
You're a mess. No, this smells amazing.
Yeah. So with the fragrance that I have in it, right? I don't want to give away all the beans.
Don't do it. Don't do
I'm not going to give away the beans. I let people figure that out.
Right.
You can figure it out. But it's a lot of essential oils in there that get you right? So
it smells great.
Yeah.
I love it.
But yeah, that's Pro Shield. And I want to actually with that particular product, I want to continue to put other stuff, shampoo, you know, whatever else that I could come up with, you know, for hair and skin and whatever else, right?
Yes.
So I'm every day I'm brainstorming, trying to figure out new things, on how to, you know
what?
make it better, especially for us that's in this region, because we can't get it. It's hard to get shit.
So that's exactly what I was about to say. Like, in this region, it is hard. But even just across the world, I feel like for us, it's hard to find brands specifically for us and made by us. So you are pouring into that as well with this. Keep expanding.
Thank
I love
you.
it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. So let me ask you this. All right.
Oh boy.
Came. It ain't nothing crazy. I promise you, it ain't nothing crazy. You came. You got here to Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
What has been some of your biggest, I'd say, adversaries or your biggest obstacles since you've been here in Japan? Whether it's been like with with other foreigners, with Japanese people, with your job or whatever, and how have you like kicked the door down? It's like, I can get through this.
I think I found like my hardest points in life here came with trying to be something that I wasn't, or trying to fit the mold that this society or society in general made for me. Again with work, like Miyazaki, and even out here when I first came, there's this. So being a foreigner here is very difficult. It really is. But there are some kind of perks that come to it, wherein you can feign ignorance. You could be like, I don't know, you know, and people will be like, oh, this stupid foreigner, okay, go do whatever, and you can get away with a lot by playing that card. But as a Japanese person, I think like there's super high expectations at some point in time in order to progress, in order to be successful in that. And I, for whatever reason, I was trying to be that. And that was when I was my most depressed. That was when I was my most down bad, everything. It was only when I was like, yo, girl, fuck that shit. Like, why are you doing this? You're not being true to yourself. You're not happy. Just cut it out. It's only when I decided to be me, crazy, loving to do hair, loving to be creative. It was only then that I found happiness in Japan. And I think like as foreigners, that's kind of like our superpower, to be totally unique, like to just be ourselves. And yeah, I think in terms of, like you said, the adversaries and what's not being myself was it. That's when I found my...
But I think being yourself is like actually helpful to this country, because if you think this country is an island, right? And that's all they know is what's here, right?
Yeah.
Even with like, they don't know what's, the norm in the U.S. Just say, an example, I seen this the other day, where this kid, he was graduating, he was half Japanese and black, right?
Yeah.
He had braids. Do you know he wasn't allowed to walk across the stage and graduate with his other, classmates because of his hairstyles. They didn't want him to do that because they it was almost as though it was unaccepted.
Right.
Which, to me, I'm like, that's unbelievable. Like, what the hell? Like,
100%.
But it's because they don't know. Because this country is an island and they have their rules, but they don't understand that, this person is different. His hair grows different.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And so I think it takes stuff like this to let people know, like, hey, all right, this is not the norm. Like, we in 2023, this century is changing. So you have to accept, what it is, right? You have to accept change.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I get it. 98.5% in this country is Japanese. Then you have the percentage of black people is like it's not that much. I can't remember the exact number, but it's very, very slim, right? So that's one reason why I want to do this, to expand, to broadcast, like, hey, we here. We different. We live here.
Yeah.
We working. Like, you guys need to,
Yeah.
So I think it's important, and I'm gonna keep doing it. You know what I mean? To let people know, to educate, to inform. Yeah, because people are ignorant. I don't want to. I'm not gonna get mad at people because they don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it makes me upset sometimes, but that lets me know that I need to educate. Like, all right, boom.
Yeah.
Let me let you know how this ride.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I think that comes with the territory of coming and living here.
Right.
Whether you like it or not, unfortunately, you have to be an educator.
Right.
You know, otherwise, like, people's ignorance are gonna kind of like, you know, influence how you feel your day.
Right.
To hear, you know, like this kid who has hair that isn't quite of the Asian variety.
Right.
He can't wear a style that accommodates his hair type because they don't understand. You know, hearing that on the surface level is irritating. But then, as you said, you kind of have to, because that situation happened. But what rolled into that was a lot of education. You know, I saw a lot of articles about why this is not okay. Discrimination in schools is not okay, and you know, unfortunately, that bad situation fortunately birthed, you know, someone to say this is not okay. Right. And for legislation, hopefully, to change and what's not.
Right? Yeah. It's gonna change. It's gonna change. We can make a change. We can make a change. For sure. Yeah. But on that note, that's been our time. I appreciate you coming through.
Oh, man.
Before we cut, you have anybody to shout out? Where can we find you at?
Okay, shout out black people. Shout out black people.
Hell yeah.
Love it. You know, we got a lot of resources over in Tokyo. You got Tokyo Black Professionals over there.
I seen you were just featured online, right? I saw that.
Yeah, Black Creatives.
Black Creative, hell yeah.
Yes. So hairstylists all over Japan was featured, and I was honored to be on that list. So shout out to Black Creatives in Japan.
Hell yeah.
And everybody black. Shit.
All right. Where can we find you?
Okay. So
and book you.
Yeah, please. Instagram, the Locticionista, LOCITICIANISTA. Okay. The Locticionista Tokyo on Facebook as well. You could find me over there. And again, I do a little crocheting too. You know, my top is a little piece that I did or whatever. You could find that at Jewels Made It. Jewels, JEWELS Made It.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's me.
Shout out to Barbados.
Hey, I like you.
Shout out Barbados.
For sure.
They got some good ass rum, by the way.
Good ass women too. Riri.
Yeah, I'm looking at one.
All right, get my shit off.
That's another episode of Choppin It Up Raw. I'm your host, Abdul the Barber, and as always, you already know what it is. Fork us forever.